Welcome to a new video where today I'm going to be analysing Bristol City's first away game against Middlesbrough, where sadly we lost 2-1. So as you can see by the average positions, we mainly pushed Baker up into midfield to try to gain that numerical advantage, while Viner would stay deep and Vyman would cover out wide. So this would create a back three when we're attacking, with obviously Viner as the third centre-back. As you can see by this attacking flow diagram, we mainly looked to go down the left. This was through Jay Da Silva and Naki Wells dropping deep when he came on. This just proves to me that we need a bit more down the right side if that's the fullback or a winger. At times our left wing would come inside because he's normally a cam, which would mean that Jay Da Silva can provide the width over there, which pins down their right back, which allows space in the half space for Casey Palmer. But also, when Palmer was, for example, inside like this, and Martin was out wide, which happened a few times, Jay Da Silva would come inside to be that man in the half space to dominate the half spaces, so we could beat them on the transition. Just like I mentioned before, Chris Martin likes to kind of drift out wide with Jay Da Silva coming in to the half space. This means we have two players in between the lines, which gives us the numerical advantage there, and ultimately this helps us create chances. For example, this could be played into our cam, and then Jay Da Silva makes the run for the through ball in behind. For our first goal, as you can see, we were very compact when starting out in the free kick. So as the ball comes in and as our defenders disperse, this leaves space in the middle for a free header. When Naki Wells came on as a left winger, he would look to drop into this space deep to receive the ball, and then play the ball in between the centre back and the fullback to get Jay Da Silva on the overlap, and then finally to get a crossing, which happened a few times when he came on. This happened less when Casey Palmer was on because Palmer would mainly stay up front here, whereas Naki Wells has the versatility to kind of drop deep, even though he is mainly a striker. For their second goal, our marking was very poor. This can't really be fixed by tactics, more like work on the training ground. I think we identified Viner as our weakest link because from goal kicks and long balls, they mainly look to go long to their striker, who is very dominant in the air. They put their striker on Viner, so Viner would be marking the striker, but made sure that their winger was making the run in behind. So their striker flicked the ball onto their winger, and their winger has a free space around here to get a cross in. I think another way they got at us during the game was in the transition when we pushed up our midfield to try apply a high press. They just cemented two players in between the lines, which all it needed was a pass from the centre-backs to their striker or cam, and then they were 2v2 with our centre-backs. This happened a lot during the game. We made a few poor mistakes when they were in the transition. For example, when their midfielder had the ball, their winger was way out wide, and Vine probably could have just stood there because obviously these two centre-backs are covering their attackers. So Vine doesn't really need to be narrow. He can kind of step out a bit. And when the winger did receive the ball when Vine was narrow, he obviously had all this room to run into. Another one was we didn't pick the runners who went in between our centre-back and our full-back. So I think it was their striker or their cam who kind of made the run here a lot, and our midfielder or our centre-back didn't go with him. We kind of let him go through and let him get a cross in, which could have been dangerous for us. thank you for watching. Obviously, not the result we wanted, but there were a few positives. Please consider subscribing, and I'll see you in the next video.